that's when it comes to marriage. You should marry a black woman because who's gonna understand me like a black woman? Who gonna understand my pain, my strife, my struggle? Who's gonna understand culturally how important it is for my black children to be proud to be black?
Pound fed. Who you with?
Big mouth massa.
Pound fed. Who you with?
Big mouth massa.
Pound fed. Who you with?
Big mouth massa.
We interrupt this program to prescribe you with 1,000 milligrams of red vitamins.
Right here, right now. It's the right time, It's the right sound. Right now. Tell the whole pipe down. Tell that nigga pipe down.
What's good, Shadow Realm? It's your boy Reclaim Your Throne coming at you with another crazy video. But first, my goal is to get to 10,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe. And you already know, Reclaim Your Throne.
But let me say something to David. As a man, if you care too much about a woman's past, then you are a weak man. Yes.
I don't understand. Why would I be a weak man
if
if I
you care too
care?
much, look, what about the person that's
Nobody's
in front
saying
of
you
you
care
and now?
too much.
If you
We just care
too
about your
much,
past because
why
we care
you
about
care
you.
too much, then it means you are a weak man.
All right, so it was pretty hard to decipher if you're not African, but thankfully I am African. Okay, so no, I'm not actually African. I'm African American, but FBA. No, I'm just kidding. But no, but I'm around a lot of Africans, so I can pick up on the accent. They're talking about body count, and she's saying that if you care too much about body count, then you are a weak man. All right, and here's the thing: do men care about body count? Yes, right. If men also apply a don't ask, don't tell policy to dating in this day and age? Absolutely. Okay. Now, you can say, oh, some guys will pick up on it. Most of the world is blue vitamin. Most of them are not having these red vitamin discussions. What's your body count? How many bodies you got? Or you know what I'm saying? Are you submissive? People are not actually using this terminology in bulk, in mass. Now, you're starting to see some conversations come up and all this kind of stuff. But guys are not going to pull this now because the veil has been lifted and women know about the red vitamin now, okay? So, in real life, a lot of times these discussions are not actually happening. But what we're talking about here is how the body count affects women. So we know that statistically, if she has more bodies, then it's going to be harder for her to pair bond. It's going to be harder for her to commit to the relationship long term because of comparisons and FOMO, fear of missing out, all these different things. All right. Now, a woman could say, hey, that's insecure that you are bringing up data. It's insecure that you know your numbers. But men have to be smart enough to say, no, those are just the facts. What you do with your body is your choice, right? Your body, your choice. But then what I do with my body is also my choice. So if I think that you having slept with 20 men is gross and disgusting, I have the right to not put my penis inside of you or commit to you long term. Now, what most guys are doing nowadays who have game, the most desirable guys, right? The top 10% who are smashing the 90% of women, right? These guys don't care about body count because they're not cuffing any women. They don't plan on going, long term with a woman. So when you hear men saying, I don't care about a body count, I don't care, when you hear men parroting this advice, the reason why they're saying that is because, and I don't understand how women don't understand this. They just fail to realize very simple thing. The reason why these men are saying that, like Derek Jackson, is because it makes it easier for these men to have sex with a lot of women, right? So think about it. If there are, and this is applied to the whole world, honestly, let's say if there are really 5 really, attractive, or we could even say rich, because that's really what it's coming down to in 2024. It ain't about attractive. The dude could be 60, 75 years old, and if he got a bag, if he's a rich billionaire, these hoes are going. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about what's actually going down. If there are, let's just say there's a group of 50 billionaires, and they all say, okay, we want to have sex with as many women as possible. What do you think they'll do? They'll say, we don't care about body count. Body count shouldn't matter. They'll put out the agenda that body count shouldn't matter. This, that, and third. Smash whoever you want. And now it makes it easily accessible because all the women are not really having that standard of love anymore to give their body away. Now, back in the day, you had to love somebody to smash them, especially for a woman. Men, obviously, we don't work in the same fashion, but women used to actually have to love the guy to smash him. Now they don't have to love the guy. The guy could, pay him $100 or do this for them, or, pay their rent one time, or, be a sugar daddy. There's different ways now that you can get that. And that's just the way it's going down. So if the top percentage of men tell the women that we don't care about body count, like Derek Jackson, what does that mean? Now women are like, okay, I can smash as many guys, so it makes it easier for guys like that to be like, okay, well, yeah, I don't care about body count, so smash me. But then when she comes around talking about, oh, I want to be in a relationship, or I want to be in a committed relationship, obviously Derek Jackson is not committed to any relationship, not even his own marriage. So that is the trick that they have played on modern women. And it's funny, but then it's also sad. But to me, reviewing this content and seeing this topic over and over again, and to see how many women have accepted this doctrine, it is kind of funny. And it's the devil's trick, really. It's the devil's trick to make you think that what is bad for you is actually good for you.
So when I say I married a black woman, Walt T. Williams said there's only one case he agreed with in terms of segregation. And people were like, well, what is that? Because you've been free thinking. You're over here writing conservatives. And he says, that's when it comes to marriage. You should marry a black woman. Because who's going to understand me like a black woman? Who gonna understand my pain, my strife, my struggle? Who's going to understand culturally how important it is for my black children to be proud to be black? Even when she didn't birth these children, she's still their mother. Nobody's gonna do that like a black woman.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna, and that's not putting down other people, but that's say before you criticize me now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at your life decisions.
Yeah.
And if you know what I'm saying, and if your life decisions didn't bring you to a black woman, then a lot of the shit you say might not be a credit to me. So I got a critic, yeah, I know this nigga don't like me.
That's right.
I know this nigga don't like me. I don't act like this nigga like me. You know what I'm saying? This nigga been accused of all kind of fucked up shit. But when I seen that nigga wife, oh nigga, when I see this nigga again, I'm putting this nigga to the side. I'm pulling your nigga card, because you can't critique me about being black. I live in a black neighborhood. I grew up in a black community. I didn't move 3 exits from the neighborhood I grew up in. Still helped the same black high school and college and elementary schools I went to. And you can't get blacker than me, because when I wake up in the middle of the night, I wake up next to a black wife. That's right. So when I say,
bro, it's starting to sound like Umar Jackson. I mean, I don't have a problem with anything that he said, except the fact that, well, actually I do have a problem, because you trying to take away someone's black card for dating IR is absolutely crazy. Honestly, you won't get your black card taken away for preaching murder, and I mean the guy's name is Killer Mike. So, and I know it's a double entendre. Oh no, he's talking about killing the Mike, but also, he's rapping "Shoot 'em up, bang bang." So, guys, you have to understand that in this day and age, we are dating whoever we want, all right? And you can't pull the, well, I'm going to take your black card away thing anymore. That doesn't work. We got a lot of issues in the community. And like I said, just like it's hard for black women to find, credible black men from their statement, from their standpoint, it's just as hard for credible black men to find credible black women as far as a relationship goes. Here's the thing with Killer Mike. He's a rich guy who's talking from privilege. At this point, in this stage in the game, he could pay anybody to be his wife, right? And I'm not saying that he didn't meet his wife beforehand, but, bro, I'm not saying anything about his wife. I've never seen her before, but I'm just gonna guess, looking at him, she's not a baddie. Now, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I'm not, but I could say I'm taking away your player card because what you ended up with was not, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna do that. Here's the thing. Killer Mike also has limited options. He's fat, okay? He's not at the top of his game when it comes to his physical fitness. So I could pull you to the side and be like, brother, you got to start working on your health. If you want to be pro-black, you know, be with us for a while. Start putting down the chicken, the fried chicken and all. So we can call each other's black card all day. It's absolutely ridiculous that in 2024, this is why the young generation doesn't listen to the old generation, because the old generation goes say, well, if you ain't dating a black woman, then I'm taking away your black card. Everything that you say is invalid and null. All right, well, don't listen to me if I'm telling you the right thing to do, right? If I told you that 100% lightning is going to strike right there, and then you're going to say, well, you ain't married to a black woman, so I ain't going to move because everything that you say to me is invalid, and then the lightning strikes you, am I supposed to have empathy for you? You know what I'm saying? It's absolutely insane. But you have the old guard who are trying to say, oh, well, if you ain't married to a black woman, well, how about when black women aren't married to black men? Are we going to do the same thing? I don't hear him saying anything about that, right? And you have a lot of sisters, a lot more now, especially online, who are talking about they will never date a brother. It really is. A lot of them. Especially in this young generation. Now, I don't know if that's just internet stuff or it's real life stuff, but hey, man, you're seeing a lot of divestors in this day and age. So it's funny how we have these double standards. At the end of the day, date who loves you, date who loves you, like who likes you back, and live a life together. Build a life together. But don't be trying to say, oh, I'm going to take away your black card because you're dating out. If there's anything to take away somebody's black card for, is this video that I'm about to show you.
Hey, who you with?
This mouth.
Massa.
Bounce back. 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 Who you with?
All right, so you guys see what I'm talking about here. This TikTok trend is pretty cringe. You have these sisters who are basically doing a trend depicting a white man, basically their boyfriend, as their slave master. See, here's the thing. When it comes to black men, in most cases, when black men date IR, the women know not to play that with us. You feel me? But it seems to me that when these sisters are dating IR, they're going overboard, right? I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous because obviously the woman, she's going to be in a submissive role, so she's going to adapt to what Buddy is telling her, what Buddy's talking about to her. So, you know, I'm not against anybody dating IR, but when you start doing these cringe ass, you know, videos and cringe ass TikToks and saying you're divesting and then you're making yourself look like a fool, and then she's also got age gap hashtags in there, so there's an age gap as well. I mean, it just looks bad. So Killer Mike is talking about, oh, black men dating out. Bro, I'm telling you right now that a lot of sisters are dating out too, right? Or at least attempting to, or even having intercourse out, because it's not just about dating out if you want. But we're not doing this type of shit, okay? I know there's like one guy online who's doing this type of shit, and he's basically an OnlyFans content creator, so that doesn't really count, honestly. But it's wild out here, bruh. It's wild out here. These chicks are going overboard, honestly. I don't know. It's just not much to say. You guys saw what's going on. And Killer Mike, he's nowhere to be found on this topic. He's nowhere to be found on this issue. Notice how he didn't say if a black woman is dating a white guy. He didn't say anything about that, right? Because he can't upset the gynocracy. He's towing the line. But Killer Mike, you got a lot of stuff to work on too. I don't give a damn how many Grammys you done got nominated for. Right? Health is wealth. So, could we take your black card away from being fat? Like, it's so ridiculous now. At this point, you know, I'm trying to figure out where the hell the black card even is. Like, is it a physical thing, or is it just somebody who just sprinkles it on you? Like, is being black just not enough anymore? It's so interesting. So are we going to take away these women's black card too? Are we taking away every woman's black card who dates out? I mean, it's wild, man. It's so wild out here. But this is what these hoteps are pushing. I'm not moving that way. I don't give a damn what Killer Mike says, bro. Can't no nigga that big tell me what to do and what life decisions to make. Honestly, in my opinion, if we talk, okay, he won't listen to me because the black card, and I ain't listening to him because the fat card. So, you know, it is what it is, bro. But we have differing opinions, and I think he's wrong. I think he's dead wrong. I think you should date who loves you, right? Date who welcomes you. Date who encourages you, who pushes you to be the best person. Date who you could see having a family with. Date someone who has values. It's not just about, oh, because she's white or because she's Latina or she's Asian that she can't understand my struggle, and she can. A lot of these women do not even understand the history. They just, oh, slavery. Then I ask them, okay, between what years, you know, was slavery abolished? They can't even tell you. So when was the Civil War? They can't tell you. They don't know the history. All they know is, oh, slavery. So, you know, it's just ridiculous in this day and age. But anyways. No. All right. Wow. So, as you can see, these hoes are doing anything to go viral at this point. It's wild. So she says, here we go. She says, I might be a 7 to blacks. Wow. To blacks. But I'm a 10 to colonizers with a slave fetish. And Killer Mike has the nerve to talk about black men. Now, we're not going... Well, it's one guy, literally, I think Chuma or something, one guy who does this type of shit. The rest of the black men who are dating IR, we're not doing this type of shit, bro. Our women know not to try this shit with us. They do, okay? The women who, you know, the women who date IR as well, they're not trying this stuff with black men because they have a sensitivity to racism themselves. So they're not trying that. However, you have this, what most people would say, self-hating black woman, which I don't necessarily think she's self-hating. I don't know what she feels like inside, but to me, it just seems like she's humiliating herself, definitely self-deprecating, because she is labeling this man as her colonizer. And has he really colonized anything? It looks like they live in a studio apartment with 2 walls and a bed or a pull-out bed and no art or painting or any type of decoration in their apartment. So what has he really colonized, okay? Who has he specifically really colonized except smashing her? I mean, it's a weird thing that these women are doing out here, okay? I've seen multiple videos like this. I've shown you guys multiple videos like this. And Killer Mike is going to be out here talking about some, oh, black men who date IR. Da, da. Bro, you have no idea what you're talking about. You just need to shut up on the topic. You need to shut up on the topic, because if we are also going to ask black women, do you think Killer Mike is fine? They're going to say no, especially the baddies. So that's who we're really after at the end of the day. As black men, we're into attractive women. Killer Mike, you know, and honestly, you're not really pulling a baddie, bro, respectfully. Without the money, of course. But let's get to her. She says she's a 7 to blacks. Honestly, she has a nice body. I mean, I'd give her a 5, right? I wouldn't give her a 7. The hair needs to, I mean, she could grow it longer. She did the big chop, obviously. He likes it. I love it. It is what it is. But I'm just saying, who's really out here embarrassing themselves? It's not us. You already know what it is. It's your boy, Reclaim Your Throne. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Send your relationship request to the email down below with a screenshot of your CashApp so no you're paying your ties, man. Y'all need to be in your more for getting with the BS. You already know. Reclaim Your Throne.
Want to become an elite level athlete? Well, look no further. The Reclaim Your Throne Elite D1 training course is all you need to take your performance from subpar to the creme de la creme of athletes all around the world. The purpose of this course is to give you a comprehensive weight training, speed, flexibility, recovery, and endurance program that is meant to prepare young athletes for collegiate and professional sports. This course is packed with over 2 hours of creative, action-packed lifts narrated and coached by yours truly to assure increased strength, speed, flexibility, recovery, and endurance. Hey, I get it. Training alone can be tough and can even make you feel misguided or somewhat unmotivated. But with this course, I walk you step by step through each and every lift to make sure you're using the proper form to prevent injuries and that you're hitting the correct muscle groups to render maximum results. So what are you waiting for? It's now or never. So go ahead and get the training course today so you too can reclaim your throne.